talk today a little bit about irate customers, because I had to deal with one the other day, and a lot of people have no idea how to deal with an irate customer. And I was given a piece of advice, God, 20 years ago. Well, I was 14 years old, so yeah, 21 years. Oh my God, 14 was 21 years ago. All right, let's get off that topic. and which has always stuck with me. This customer comes to your store and they're pissed. They're irate. That person has had the time from when they decide they need to come see you to the time they get you to you. The time in their car, they are spending the whole time thinking about how big of a piece of crap you are, how you owe them this, what you are going to do for them, how you are going to make this right, and all that. So when they come in, they are already worked up because they have spent that whole time, oh, I'm going to tell this guy to go F himself, and then he's going to go F himself. So what you do, let them talk. Do not interrupt. This is going to that sounds very counter to how we want to react, right? This guy is telling you how your mother should be ashamed of you and all this. Just stand there. Nod when you feel it's appropriate. Let them speak. And once they're done talking, while they're talking, I guess you find out what you can do based on what they have told you. Listen. Listen to what they're telling you the problem is. Even though he might be calling you everything under the sun, you're a piece of crap, just listen for the words that tell you what you need to do. And if you can't help this person, make sure to let them know that you will find somebody who can. Because, you know, once this guy's done telling you all this, you know, sir, ma'am, I understand your problem, and I'm going to work to resolve it. I do not have the power to do this, but this person over here has the power to do this. And then you call that person over there, and you explain to them, this is what happened, this is what this guy needs, what can we do to make this right. This is going to be a very short video because I'd say 7 to 8 times out of 10 this works. It doesn't always work. This isn't a guaranteed fix, but in most cases this will usually defuse a situation. Like this guy, you know, feels like he's been ripped off. This guy's been you know, wronged in one way or another, and you need to make this right for him, is what is going on in his mind. In some cases, this person was never actually wronged. They don't know how to read a receipt. Or in the case of this particular customer, I felt real bad because I ended up actually kicking this guy out of my store on Veterans Day, and he was a veteran. But he comes in, is belittling me, he's been belittling another guy, all because because this is going back over a week ago, he never told the person at the store that he was a veteran and and wanted a military discount. So he comes in, throws a receipt in this guy's face, and says, I want my $13. And my guy's like, what are you talking about? And then he, you guys say you give a military discount. I didn't get my military discount. So this guy comes and gets me, and I'm trying to work to make this right for him. And he's sitting there belittling me and running his mouth the whole time while I'm trying to help him. And I'm like, sir, I'm trying to help you. And it would be a lot easier if you would just stop speaking to me the way you're speaking to me. You kids have no effing respect and all. I'm like, sir, I'm trying to help you. I don't actually have to do this. You already paid for the product. You already paid what you paid. But I am out of the goodness of, out of my respect, trying to help you. because you have to do it, because in this case we had to do a full return, and this was actually 2 separate transactions, so I had to do it twice. And I missed one of the products, so it came up as a different price, because our receipts are really hard to read and they're kind of stupid, to be honest, which is why I understand why a lot of people have problems with our receipts. But I'm trying to help this guy, and he's just nitpicking until I got to the point where I'm like, here's your $13, please don't ever come back. And I had other customers in the store tell me that they would have yelled at the customer. They would have told the customer they could go F himself. You didn't have to do what you did, but you did anyway. Bravo for how you took care of them. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea how hard it was for me not to just unleash on this guy. But that was a it's really how, I tried my best to listen to what he needed, and I did. And my main store manager was on a conference call, and I'm like, you're literally right over there hearing this guy talk to me this way, and he said, well, I can't just get off the conference call. I'm like, I would have literally said, hey, Tony, or whatever your district manager's name is, this is so-and-so, I need to step away from this call because I have a problem in my store. But not everybody has that respect for their employees. So me being a person who doesn't work on the retail end had to fix this. But that's a story for another day. But I just wanted to give a little bit of advice on how to deal with an irate. I mean, I got the guy to calm down, but he was still being really arrogant and kind of a jerk. So I felt like I needed to, for the sake of my employees, say, hey, have a nice day, don't come back. But that is how I deal with an irate customers. You have to listen to what they're saying. You can't interrupt them. You can't go, but sir, or but ma'am, while they're talking. Just let them get it all out. Once you're sure they got it all out, okay, this is how I'm going to help you. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, what do you mean we owe you $13? So he goes through his whole thing, and he said, I just fucking told that guy, excuse my language, that this is what happened. I'm like, all right, sir, well, let me take care of that for you. And then what do you mean you need me to sign this? I'm like, because I have to do a return on the products. And I had to do it twice because there's 2 separate transactions, and I added them both together on the second transaction. But yeah, that guy was just kind of a nightmare. And the dude was already very well drunk at like 11 o'clock in the morning. Actually, no, I think it was earlier than that, because his conference call on Mondays is like 9 o'clock. So yeah, it was like 9 o'clock in this morning. This dude, like, if I lit a match this close to his mouth, it would have looked like Bender from Futurama. That dude had already been probably up all night drinking. And I feel bad for him. I hope he's doing okay. But so I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.